I think diversity is a jargon, it's a very big word in the industry. Everything that, whenever we talk about diversity, the first thing that came into our mind is race, gender diversity.
Yeah.
But we must recognize that even neurodiversity is part of it.
Welcome to GRADUAN podcast, where we delve into the dynamic world of industry trends and insider hacks, tailor-made for recent graduates and experienced professionals in their career journey. Today, I'm in a colorful room. I can just feel my productivity level boosted. And here I am today at Gamuda Learning Center. And with me right now is three amazing talents from Gamuda. So, without further ado, let's go around, have a little introduction. Yeah, let's start with...
Hi everyone, I'm Hui Yen, Head of Yayasan Gamuda and Executive Director of Gamuda Engineering.
Hi everyone, I'm Grace, the Manager of Enabling Academy Yayasan Gamuda.
Hello, my name is Adam Ikwan. I'm a graduate from Enabling Academy.
Woo, let's give them a round of applause. I'm so honored to be with them today. So, how are you guys feeling today? With the haze and the really hot weather currently, right? How are you doing?
So far, okay, not too bad. But of course, a lot of people are getting sick. But while getting sick, we still have to get the things done. So
Definitely,
I think
yeah,
recently
I feel that.
we have been very, very busy with actually recruiting the next intake of our trainees, which will be happening in January because the last batch have just completed their training in last month. So that's why now the whole team is very busy in recruiting the new intake.
Yeah, that's great. Nice to know that. Huyen, anything you'd like to share?
Perfect. I think it was a perfect answer, but every day can be just better.
Okay. Adam, how are you today?
Still recovering from getting sick a few weeks ago.
Oh no, it's okay. Well, you're here with us today, so that says something, right? Like you're feeling better. So that's great. Yeah. So today we'll be talking about embracing neurodiversity at work. And we have a few questions to ask our talents here today. We'll start with Huyen. So, Yayasan Gamuda has an enabling academy, right? So, I would just like to know what drove Yayasan Gamuda to focus on neurodiversity and set up the enabling academy.
Right. We believe that every individual have their unique talent, especially with individuals with neurodiverse condition. They actually have very unique talent and unique perspective. Enabling Academy didn't just start as an academy itself. It actually started off as an in-house project called Project Differently Able. So we want to test it out and see how we can work together with individuals with neurodiverse condition. It wasn't an easy journey, I have to say, but we are very proud that we actually made it. We have more than 20 talent working with us within our organization now, and we think that we should expand this effort and really go into other industries as well and help these individuals to get what they deserve. So Enabling Academy is not just an academy that help to equip talent with neurodiverse condition with essential skill to join workplace or to gain employment. I think what is more important to Gamuda in setting this Enabling Academy is that we want also to find partners who share the same value with us, the same inclusivity value and also diversity value with us. Those are the important things that we really want out of Enabling Academy.
Embracing neurodiversity, right? I don't think a lot of company has implemented that yet. So do you have any suggestions or advices for the other companies out there who maybe want to try it out but don't know where to start?
I think diversity is a jargon, it's a very big word in the industry. Everything that, whenever we talk about diversity, the first thing that came into our mind is race, gender diversity.
Yeah.
But we must recognize that even neurodiversity is part of it. So maybe the first call to action to companies out there is, you will see the benefit yourself, but first educate the workforce first about neurodiversity, then cultivate a healthy and supportive workplace for individuals with neurodiverse condition, and start implementing hiring practices that include diversity in this area. You'll see the benefit itself later to the organization and to the society as a whole. From our own experience, me myself as the head of Yayasan Gamuda and also executive director of Gamuda Engineering, from the business aspect and also from our Yayasan Foundation aspect, they actually bring very unique perspective. It's not just about giving them a place to contribute, but we must be supportive enough so that they can contribute happily, just like any other individuals in our or any other talent in our organization.
I think it's great that Gamuda has some such thing like Enabling Academy, because there's so many neurodivergent talents out there, right?
In our journey, actually, we feel that it's not just us helping them. You can actually see that with them joining the workforce, right? They also help us in discovering some unique thing about this workplace.
Oh, that's so interesting. Thank you so much, Huyen, for sharing. With us also, we have Grace, who is the team lead of Yayasan Gamuda. So, Grace, talking about neurodiversity, right? What do you think is neurodiversity in your definition?
Yeah, so definitely when we thinking of embarking into the neurodivergent hiring initiative, I think it's important to have the definition right. So in my view, neurodiversity actually refers to different cognitive process. So in a simple word, would be like alternate thinking style, so which usually we refer to people with autism and also dyslexia, dyspraxia, dysgraphia, and also some other mental health conditions. So usually this is actually how we refer to neurodiversity, that we recognize that the differences, and we do not view differences as deficits.
Yeah, just because they do things differently from the way we usually do it, like traditionally, right? They find other ways that works for them to get the same result. So I think like neurodivergent talents could also be very creative. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah. So how can this group of talent add value through their differences in the workforce?
Yes, I think first of all, definitely agree with what Huyen mentioned just now. It definitely can boost the team morale as well. And apart from this, definitely there's many other values that the neurodivergent individuals can bring to the company. Definitely it's a competitive advantage, especially there's so rapid changes nowadays that in order for the company to be able to drive changes and growth, you need to have different perspectives. And I just now, Huyen also mentioned that neurodivergent individuals that come with different talents. Okay, so and the thing that the way they see things is so different. Yeah, so they can see something that the neurotypical cannot see. So in terms of problem solving, we really need to have different thinking style to be able to actually drive the work. That's why we can see a lot of big companies nowadays that started to embark into this DEI initiative, because they see the need to tap on these untapped talent pools. Yes, so again, another highlight is that a lot of companies, they have a lot of high turnover rates. But for neurodivergent individuals, once there is a conducive work environment and good support given, and they are happy with their work and all, you can see the retention is actually very high, and they are very loyal pool of employees. And together with us today, we have Adam, who actually has been working with us for more than 3 years, right? How many years have you been with us already? 5 years. Yes, that's right. So this is one of the proof that we definitely can see the value which is there, really bring creativity, bring problem solving, and which can actually help the company to progress further and to create better corporate image as well, to help the customers to really feel this company is something different.
Yes, definitely, yeah. And also, like you said, they bring more color into the workplace. Maybe a department wouldn't be so robotic when they have like a neurodivergent colleague, right? Yeah. Okay, so the next question I would like to ask, what can organizations do to overcome some of the systematic barriers like biases, cultural and societal norms that hinder them from hiring these neurodiverse employees?
Yes, I think first of all, we must kind of get back to what are currently some of the bias. I think some of the bias in terms of hiring people, neurodivergent individuals, is that they will think that we do not have time to support because they will require a lot of support, and we are very fast-paced. I don't think they can actually fit into this kind of work environment, and we do not have the right position. So their mindset could be they can only do certain work and they can't actually do certain things. So I think for us to be able to overcome the systematic barriers and all, we must first recognize that all this could be a myth. It's not true. So it's important for the company to have that mindset change. Yes. So first of all, to redefine what is neurodivergent individuals, and to actually look at them in terms of their strengths, not in terms of their challenges or their deficits. So in terms of those challenges, it actually can be addressed. So what can the organization do is definitely it needs to be like top-down approach, like how Gamuda managed to be where we are at today is because we have a very clear directive from the top. It's a top-down. Our management has a very clear direction in terms of neurodivergent hiring. So I think for the company to really overcome that, the management has to be very clear and send a clear vision to the whole company, everyone in the company, to adopt the same vision and same values. So I think that is one thing that the top management have to do. And also, after giving a directive, I think the support is needed. Not just giving the directions, because if not, those who execute it, they will feel that, yes, I know we have to do it, but there's no support given to us, and it's first time to us, we do not know how. Yeah, so it's important for the company to look into having the proper support in place. So this is how Enabling Academy come into the picture, that we want to bridge the current gap. A lot of companies, they are looking into DEI initiative, they want to contribute to the ESG agenda. So EA is here to actually equip the employers to know how to support the neurodivergent individuals in the workplace. Yeah, so this is one of the things that we are actually hoping to achieve, to have that mindset change, to prepare the whole company in terms of the human environment, and also whether they are ready to have reasonable adjustments, job modification, and even ready for the job coach support to come in to make sure that it's sustainable.
Thank you, Grace. And the next question I have for you is that, so you mentioned having providing the support for these neurodivergent talents. Just wondering, what are the important aspects to consider when supporting these employees in the workplace?
Yeah, I think first of all, when it comes to supporting, must really recognize what is neurodiversity, like I mentioned, and also what are their challenges, what are their strengths, because we noticed that some companies, after embarking into this initiative, initially they will be like, okay, I'll give you all the support, but after a while, that they may actually kind of forget that actually they do have this set of challenges, and then the support is no longer there, and the expectation is getting very different. So I think the human environment is very important in terms of the readiness of the department to actually support the neurodivergent individual is very important for them to have the right mindset, right attitudes in supporting because we have seen some companies that why they can actually have the success stories is because they are very consistent in the approach in supporting, in make sure that everyone in the department have the same values. So I think that is one thing that they're recognizing each neurodiversity, neurodivergent individuals as very different. They are able to use a customized approach, and they allow external people to actually come in as a job coach to actually provide their support. And at the same time, they are also building their own in-house job coaches within the company to make sure that it is sustainable. So again, I think is the company have to relook into their policy in terms of neurodivergent hiring initiative, in terms of the hiring process, and because we do know some company, when it comes to certain position, they have certain requirements, right? So now I think some success stories is that some companies, they are willing to have some reasonable adjustment to include neurodivergent individuals. So they will maybe exclude certain criteria, but as long as this person have the preference and have some potential to be groomed in this area, and they will provide the training. Yeah, so we have seen a lot of companies have embarked into this initiative. So I think this was some of the important consideration for those who are thinking of embarking or yet to.
Now, we want to know, since we've started Enabling Academy, when did this start? This
2017.
2017, yeah. So since then, what would you say the impact that the Enabling Academy has had so far?
Yeah, so I think so far we have trained 106 graduates already. And actually the 1 year retention is about 78% of them have actually achieved 1 year retention within the same company. And actually many of them, they actually continue with the same company for 3 years, 4 years. Like Adam is one of the success stories that he has been with Gamuda for 5 years. And we have also collaborated with more than 40 partner companies to actually provide job opportunities or even internship opportunities for our graduates as well.
Oh, so
yes.
those graduates, sorry.
Yes.
So those graduates who joined Enabling Academy and graduated from it, they managed to get hired in other companies as well.
Yes, this is actually the goal of Enabling Academy. Like just now what Hui Yan mentioned about the in-house program project Differently Able is that we hire within Gamuda Group. But Enabling Academy, our focus is actually we want to encourage other companies to embark into the same initiative. So we will collaborate with any other companies who are willing to hire, and we will place our EA graduates with them, and we will give them all the support that is needed to make sure that it's sustainable.
Yeah, learning from Project Differently Able is what we learned then as there's a need for a transition program. For us to start this in a construction or infrastructure company, we know the journey wasn't easy. It will take a lot of support, a lot of like what Grace mentioned. You need to accept job coaches on the ground to help the workforce and also to help the talent to adapt to both situations. And that's the reason why we set up Enabling Academy. So we can go into different industry as well, because you cannot expect all the neurodivergent talent to be working for construction or property development sector. And I think that's one proud fact that we should share is that our partner companies, they range across different industries, banking, hospitality. There are many success stories out there. So don't just look at Enabling Academy owned by Gamuda Berhad. It's actually an employment transition program that we initiated to help talent with neurodiverse condition to get a gainful, to get a meaningful employment in any industry. As long as we find that partner company, we'll actually access the partner company first to make sure they share the same value and they have a supportive culture for this initiative. We do not want any company just jump in because they want to achieve their ESG KPI to be DEI. That's certainly not what we want to achieve. We have no numbers to achieve within Enabling Academy or Yayasan Gamuda. We want them to really see the benefits of hiring neurodivergent talent. They need to have that conviction to continue, like what Grace mentioned, consistent approach, consistent support. Then it makes the entire initiative meaningful. If you just come in and say, I have this number to meet, I need to hire 5 talent to meet my ESG KPI, then I'm sorry, you might not, it's maybe not the best time for us to work together for this time being. So that's the reason why Enabling Academy was set up, and we have so many success stories to share.
I see. All right.
Yes. I think the other things that I want to highlight about the impact that we make is not just about having our own employment transition program, because there is always a limit in terms of how much number that we can reach out to if we are just doing it on our own. So it's important to actually equip more people in this field to know how to actually run such employment transition program to better prepare more persons with disabilities for employment. So we actually do have a ETP practitioners workshop that we actually offer to any practitioners who would like to support persons with disabilities for employment. So actually recently we have also signed MOU with even Department of Social Welfare Malaysia. So we actually train all the community-based rehabilitation centers, all the practitioners, so that they will know how to replicate similar program and how to run this program to better prepare their own trainees, so that more persons with disabilities that will actually be placed out for work. Yes.
Wow. All right. There you go, guys. Everything you need to know about the Enabling Academy. Thank you so much, Grace, for sharing. Now, moving on to our next talent for today, we have Adam, who is one of the Enabling Academy graduates from 2018, right? And he is one of the success stories, and he's been with Gamuda for 5 years. So, Adam, you're doing good?
Yes, I'm doing good.
Okay, so can you introduce yourself?
My name is Adam Ikwan. I am plant engineer for Gamuda Senyam Berhad. I am currently posted under Gamuda Engineering, working with Gamuda Singapore. Academically, I am I have a master in mechanical engineering, and a bachelor in automotive technology with management. As mentioned before, I'm a graduate from Enabling Academy in 2018, and I've been working with Gamuda since late 2018. So that's almost 5 years.
Thank you so much, Adam, for sharing. So, I would like to ask you, how has your individuality influenced your experiences and perspectives?
It's not as bad as what the media would portray. Yes, there are other worse forms of autism, but for me, I am sort of on the higher end of the functioning spectrum. But it does make me extremely shy. I stay away from socializing. And I try not to be in a large group, just preferring by myself.
And you're okay with you enjoy your own company?
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah. It sort of makes me very self-sufficient, independent, and also makes it certain decision making really easy because it's just me.
So, Enabling Academy, how did you find out about it?
Randomly from my mother.
Oh, okay. How did she tell you?
Through a newspaper clipping.
Now, this is a very important question. What is your greatest achievement?
My greatest achievements? Okay, the more recent ones are helping and winning the Sydney tender. Completing the KV MRT2 line.
Wow.
And of course, completing my masters just before MCO.
That's so great to know. Thank you so much, Adam, for sharing. Now, what would be your advice for other neurodivergent talents who have just graduated, and if you're planning to go to the upcoming Aspire Plus conference? You'll see a lot of these talents because we're open, like we welcome the differently abled talents from universities. So what would you advise to them?
There are a few advices, yes. Looking for work will be horrifying, very demoralizing, and makes one feel useless. Perseverance may not work, but it helps. Being angry at the now doesn't change your future, nor does it make it better. The problem may not be where you're going, but how you're getting there. So just move. It's better than waiting, and even better than not doing nothing.
All right, I kind of took that personally. That hit too close to home for me. Thank you so much, Adam. I needed that actually. I hope that helps our viewers as well. And so other than advices on advices for those who just graduated, could you share some tips on how to thrive in the workplace when they're already hired?
Yes, listen, and if...
So become an active listener in the workplace.
Yeah, active listener, and unless otherwise proven wrong, do it.
All right, good advices actually. All right, thank you so much, Adam. That's all the questions I have for you today. And so that's all for our podcast today, guys. We've reached the end of it. And now I would just like to have one closing question. Maybe we can take it from Grace. What is your call to action? Anything you want to say to the neurodivergent talents out there? Any advices?
Okay, I think as Jessa mentioned that there's a lot of neurodivergent talents out there seeking for employment opportunities, and you are also thinking of where to get the support. So if you are interested and would like to get to know more about Enabling Academy, please do get in touch with us, or you can visit us at our booth on November 25th, Aspire Plus Conference.
Join, guys.
Yes, and also for those employers who are actually looking into embarking into this initiative, please do get in touch with us, and EA will be happy to collaborate with you in this journey. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Grace. Any last words, Huyan?
We'll see you in November.
See you guys in November at GRADUAN Aspire Plus Conference. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Camera.